Today, we're going to be talking about KFC and maybe eating some. You know, every time I start one of these videos where I say I'm going to eat something, I usually don't. But really, this is about, first of all, if you're here and you saw the title, the important note is you can get a $10 bucket, 8-piece bucket right now at KFC, or 8 tenders, 10 bucks. You just have to order in the app or online. That's the only way to do it. It's not in stores. But if you go on your app, if you have an account on the app, or if you go on to KFC.com, you should see it. $10 bucket, 8-piece bucket. It's a great deal. That's what I got right here. And finally, I'm happy that KFC is finally putting out a deal that's, reasonable. After their, all the things they've done recently have been pretty much failures, especially the wraps. Those are still available 2 for $5 in case you're curious, but yeah, that's not a good deal. I was actually thinking about it, and I know it's kind of a cop-out to do this, to say it this way, because most people will get fast food because they don't want to cook or anything, but you could get, at the current price, you could get an 8-piece tenders bucket, right, for 10 bucks, and then just go to the store and buy some tortillas for like $2. Bip, boop, bam, you got it. You could get double the amount for, a couple bucks, but that's not important. The important thing is the wraps, they're meh and they cost too much, but now you can get an 8-piece bucket for $10, which is nice. Now, according to Chuboom, which is where they're the website where I first, well, not where I first saw this. Somebody on Discord sent me a link, but I think they're the website that reported this first. According to their math, the average discount for the 8-piece bucket at $10 is 45%. Which is insane. And at my store, which I just went in to go pick it up because I did the quick pickup where you just walk in and pick it up after you order it, on the menu board, a 8-piece chicken bucket, $19.99. So we're talking about half off technically for me, and up usually on an average 45% discount depending on where you are. So if you're someone who, like me, you kind of like KFC, I kind of like KFC, and I'm kind of rooting for them. I want them to do better, but I usually don't go because they're too expensive. You can get this, 8-piece bucket and, have a good time. I'm going to eat this chicken, at my house alone, and enjoy it, have a nice greasy evening. But yeah, that's that. According to my menu board, a 12-piece is $25.99. So you're going from $19.99 to $25.99 for 4 more pieces. So I guess that's okay. But yes, pay your 10 bucks, get this, or get 8 tenders. Which 8 tenders for 10 bucks seems like it should be pretty much the regular price, because that's a crazy price for tenders. I mean, even like a place that's known for tenders, like let's say Raising Cane's, their tenders are like on average, I think like $1.35 or like $1.40 per tender. And this math works it out to $1.25 per tender for KFC tenders, which are very, very, very hit or miss. That's part of my problem with KFC. I don't know if this is true at every location, but their food is very hit or miss, I think, possibly depending on how long it's been out. And since they put a lot of their food in warmers and stuff like that, it can be bad or it can be great. If their tenders are fresh, they're great. If they're older than like 30 minutes, they suck. So that's that. That's the important part. Now I want to discuss a couple other things about KFC. A couple weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, they announced that they're simplifying their menu. So they're going down the route that Taco Bell did, which was not a good move. Everybody hated it when they started simplifying their menu for COVID. Now KFC is doing it in 2023. The things they're removing probably aren't necessarily that crazy, but first of all, they're getting rid of chicken wings, which I know not many people ordered the wings at KFC, but they were actually pretty decent. I mean, they were crispy on the outside wings. They weren't like raw wings, or not raw wings, but you know what I'm saying. They weren't skin wings. They were breaded, and they were pretty decent, but, whatever. The big one, they're getting rid of popcorn chicken, which seems insane. That's a fan favorite item. I like the popcorn chicken. What they're doing is they're going to replace it with nuggets, which their nuggets are not going to be like chicken nuggets like McDonald's. They're going to be like Chick-fil-A. They're going to be little strips of chicken breast breaded into, small forms. So they're not quite popcorn chicken. They're not quite chicken nugget. They're a middle hybrid, kind of like Chick-fil-A. I don't know how good they are. I've heard good things. my store doesn't have them. So we're in a limbo where they don't have popcorn chicken and they don't have the nuggets, which sucks. But assumingly all KFC locations should be getting rid of popcorn chicken and have popcorn, not popcorn nuggets, just nuggets within the next couple weeks. Here's one that might be a sting to some people. Nashville hot chicken's gone. I know a lot of people like the Nashville hot chicken. Personally, not for me, but a lot of people liked it. So they're just getting rid of basically the Nashville hot chicken sauce that they used, which I guess is taking up space or something, or costs a lot of money, because they're getting rid of that. So you can't have your chicken Nashville hot anymore. You can only have a regular. Strawberry lemonade, which I didn't honestly know that they had. I'm not sure if that was part of the drink machine or if it was supposed to be separate, but at least at my location I don't think they ever had strawberry lemonade. They have tea, but I've never seen strawberry lemonade, so I don't know. And here's probably the oddest one, because they said this was to simplify the menu for, you know, they always use their BS, for customers, you know, to have a simplified experience, and also to increase drive-through times. Basically they want it to be faster. This is an odd one for me that seems like it makes no difference in either way. Chocolate chip cookies. Now, I don't really get cookies at KFC. I used to, you know, when they had the $5, you know, the $5 boxes, which they still technically do, but only for like the Famous Bowl. But when they used to do the $5 boxes where you get the drink and the cookie, that was the only time I ever had a cookie from KFC. And they're, you know, they're okay. They're not that great, but just seems like a weird one because they're like pre-baked cookies. I don't understand how that saves time. I guess maybe they're just not big sellers. I assume nobody buys the cookies. They just got them with their included meals when they were included, and then nobody cared. Because it wasn't long ago, maybe like not even a month ago, where they had a deal where you like buy a bucket of chicken and you get like a free six pack of cookies. So I guess they're just trying to get rid of them before they permanently get rid of them. But those are the 5 things they're removing from their menu as of now-ish. It's an ongoing process as far as I know. I don't know what the exact dates are supposed to be, but they're getting rid of those 5 things. So if you were a fan of KFC chicken wings, popcorn chicken, Nashville hot chicken, strawberry lemonade, or chocolate chip cookies, you're now out of luck. I bet, you know, probably a year from now or 2 years from now, they'll be like, hey, Nashville hot chicken is back. You know, they're going to pull that card. So all these things are gone for now. They'll probably bring some of them back to generate excitement, I guess. But I think the only thing that would be exciting really would probably be the popcorn chicken or the Nashville hot chicken. I don't think anybody's going to be excited when they announce they're bringing cookies back. But I would bet Nashville hot chicken and popcorn chicken have a comeback soon enough. And it also leaves them in a weird place with Famous Bowls. I didn't ask them. I'm actually kind of curious. From what I've seen on various places, if you go to the fast food Reddits like I do, if you're that nerdy about fast food, they just started cutting up chicken tenders to put in the Famous Bowls because they don't have popcorn chicken or nuggets. So I guess that's the new technique for Famous Bowls, is to just cut up tenders. Maybe they'll switch to the nuggets when they get them. Don't know. It's kind of a weird process. It's like they announce all these things, but they weren't really ready to execute on them. It seems like they're rolling changes and not, you know, definitive changes. So that's pretty much that. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on this KFC-centric video is the Double Down. Now, if you've never had the Double Down or heard of the Double Down, it's just 2 chicken breast fillets, 2 deep fried, or I guess pressure fried, or whatever KFC does, chicken breast fillets with cheese and bacon in the middle, essentially making the chicken the bread of the sandwich. So you have 2 chicken breasts with just bacon and cheese in the middle, and you eat it like a sandwich, and it was amazing. It was a big thing back in the day. I want to say maybe the late 2000s, early 2010s was when it was out. Maybe like 2010, 11, 12. I don't know. My memory is failing me. But back in the day, it was cool, and they brought it back a couple times since then, but I don't know why they don't make it a permanent menu item. I guess because of the chicken breast fillet part, but I assume it's weird because they used to sell chicken breast fillets on their own, and they were not like the chicken sandwiches now. So I'm curious to see how this Double Down is going to be, if they're going to use 2 like KFC chicken sandwich chicken breast fillets, or they're going to bring back the old chicken breast fillets that they used to have for the Double Down. We'll find out. But either way, one of the best menu items they ever did, one of the, you know, most requested things that people want to come back. It's almost like their McRib. You know, everybody wants the Double Down to come back. And this is a rumor. All these other things I said are fact. rumor is that the Double Down will be coming back sometime in March. I'm not sure exactly the date, to coincide with Diablo 4 beta, I guess, to have like a nice marketing push where if you buy a Double Down, you get a beta code to Diablo, whatever. I don't care about that. If you care about that, cool. But I just want the Double Down to come back, and I'm hoping that's true. So rumor is Double Down is coming back in March next month, and if you buy it, you get a beta code for Diablo, which is fine. But I just want the Double Down, and I'm really curious to see, you know, if that's true. So that's my list. I ran it all down. $10 bucket, get it now. These 5 items, they're going to be gone, or if they're not already gone already at your location. Double Down hopefully coming back. And that's about it. Save some money, get some chicken if you want it. They got me. They said I saw a $10 chicken bucket. I immediately went over there to buy some. So just so I don't end this video without eating anything, I'm going to end the video. I'm going to transition on a bite of this drumstick. So with that, I will see you all next time.